My name is RobyLane Kelley. I'm reporting from in front of the Student Union. Today we're going to be talking to students about what they feel should be going into the plot in front of the school on 51st. What's your name?
My name's Taylor.
And what's your major?
I'm an environmental science major.
Awesome. And what is your year in school?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. So what are your opinions about what should be going on that 51st plot?
So this is also news to me that something is happening over in the 51st plot by Johnson. But in my opinion, I think they should be building new residence halls, especially because of the I don't want to say controversy, but the problems we've had recently, especially with flooding in the past couple years. If there were to be something new built there, I would suggest residence halls, but otherwise I don't see why they would develop that area.
Okay, so to follow up, the chancellor has said that he is not wanting to put in residence halls in that area simply because our residence halls are not at 100% capacity. And so he believes that residence halls aren't needed.
They aren't being utilized. See, I've heard from Res Life that our residence halls are overfilling this year, that they actually overfilled our emergency housing, like the rooms that they withhold in case of something going awry in dorms. So that's interesting to hear that from the chancellor.
So the plot in 51st, they're wanting to build up an arena, tear down the shops that are there, except for Pizza 51. How do you feel about that?
Kind of divided on it, since some of those shops are owned by kind of some family businesses, so tearing it down kind of hurts the businesses that some people have already established, but at the same time it is a benefit for some of the athletics that we would have at UMKC to possibly introduce newer kinds of sports teams that we could possibly have at UMKC. So I'm a little divided on it, but I don't like the thought of demolishing a family-owned business that's probably put a lot of years trying to get themselves together.
With their plans on the 51st plot, what do you feel should be going into that plot?
Honestly, I want to say maybe like more dorms, because we only have 2 buildings, and I'm from Lawrence.
Yeah.
So they have like 8 dorm buildings on KU campus, and I tell people we only have 2 and they're like shocked. Or maybe like just more like apartments on campus.
So with the plans for the 51st plot, what do you think should be going in there?
I think due to the distance of Johnson Hall, I think another dining hall would be super beneficial to those kids over there, just because it is such a hike. And I know that like when I had friends there last year, it wasn't utilized, or like the dining hall here wasn't utilized as much as it could have been because of the distance from the dormitories. So I think like having a dining hall there would be super beneficial. Or just making it a nicer recreational space for people to hang out at. I know Johnson has a sand volleyball court, and there are some recreational spaces, but having a nice like outdoor seating area would also be super fun to have on campus.
What are your guys' names?
My name's Sifkin. My name is Hiba.
And what is your year in school?
I'm a freshman. I'm also a freshman.
And what's your major?
I'm business major. I'm biology major.
All right. So what are your guys' feelings about the 51st plot?
I think that it's kind of cool how like UMKC will have like it's its like own arena and like a bigger place for events, but I also think it's sad that all those shops are gonna have to close down because of it, especially because they're probably small businesses.
I've always wanted to go to a school that kind of has like an arena. Like before coming to UMKC, I wanted to go to KU because like it had that whole aspect of like, for example, basketball games, stuff like that.
You wear the fog.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, I mean, obviously that sounds very like ideal. Like it would be amazing to have something like that, but at the same time, like knowing that there are people who are that own these shops, and that's their only way of making a living, and knowing that they're gonna sort of be jobless after that, like it almost feels selfish in a way, considering the fact that we do have a gym here. I guess I don't know. I feel like perhaps there's other areas that we could have it in. So.
Students feel like there are a lot of things that could go into this plot to build community, build something for the school, but aren't really sure that an arena might be the best solution. This is RobyLane, RU TV, Kansas City, Missouri.